Good morning. Thank you for being patient. Technological problems during the age of COVID certainly teaches us patience. And during this pandemic, where there are many difficult days, we need good news. And today, we have some really, really good news. Today, we have an exciting announcement that will provide more opportunities for the veterans who have done so much for us and strengthen our economy and our entire Commonwealth. Tomorrow is November 11th, Veterans Day, a day set aside each year when a grateful nation honors the patriotic men and women who have answered the call to serve and defend this great country, the United States of America. The annual commemoration for our veterans is deeply important. We must never forget their willingness to serve this nation. Today's announcement builds on that foundation and turns our gratitude into action by providing our veterans more than just words. Today, Humana is pledging to hire 600 Kentucky veterans and 150 of their spouses over the next 4 years. This is a major commitment to our veterans and our Commonwealth from a major health insurance company based right here in the state. Headquartered in Louisville, Humana has a long history of being a key and committed member of Team Kentucky, and particularly close and important partner for our military personnel. And during COVID-19, during this last year, the number of times that Humana has stepped up in different parts of our state and to address different challenges we face, they have been an incredible corporate citizen that I am truly honored to work with and deeply grateful for everything that they have sacrificed and their willingness to do what it takes through this pandemic, but also for our people. This new commitment to hire our veterans and their spouses extends the deep roots and ties Humana and the U.S. military have developed here in Kentucky. Currently, there are more than 54,000 Department of Defense personnel based in Kentucky, which places us 9th among the 50 states. This includes 31,000 active duty Army soldiers stationed at Fort Campbell and Fort Knox, about 7,600 Kentucky Air and Army Guardsmen, and another 5,000 reserve members. The remaining 10,000 are civilian DoD workers. Our veterans and military families are not only our heroes and sheroes, but their commitment to our country and the Commonwealth helps drive our economy too. Kentucky ranks among the top states in the country receiving DoD support with a total of $19.2 billion in overall defense investment. We rank 4th in direct defense spending by state with a DoD investment of $11 billion in Kentucky military installations and related support activities. At Fort Campbell, Fort Knox, the Bluegrass Army Depot, and Bluegrass Station, you see Kentucky's dedication to our military tradition. And Humana has been an invaluable asset to the military community across the globe, as well as right here in our own backyard. Humana is Kentucky's top defense contractor, primarily through its critical, important TRICARE support to the Department of Defense community with more than 12,000 employees based in Kentucky. This includes nearly 800 associates who work directly for Humana military on TRICARE. Humana's plan to hire hundreds of veterans and their spouses opens up a new avenue of collaboration and investment in our military and in our economy. These are solid, stable, and important jobs, offering the kind of work and good wages that help us build a better Kentucky. It's a value that if you work hard at one job, you ought to be able to raise your family on that one job. And our job coming out of COVID isn't just to compete for any jobs, but the good jobs of the future. And that's exactly what we're talking about here today. I couldn't be happier that Humana has made this decision to stand with our great veterans. This is a really great day. And as long as I'm your governor, know my administration will always stand with our military families and veterans. Just a couple of months ago, back in September, one of the few public events that I've done trying to set the right example during COVID, I was honored to dedicate the Gold Star Families Monument, which now stands on the Capitol grounds here in Frankfort. The National Gold Star Registry lists nearly 10,000 Kentuckians among the more than 470,000 American military members who died while serving in a time of conflict since the start of World War II. This new monument will educate visitors and further honor the lives of these Kentucky heroes and families who love them. And it being right here on the Capitol grounds, it shows our values, our dedication to these families, and our deep gratitude. I was pleased around the same time to honor another Kentucky-based company, Lexmark International, as this year's recipient of the Secretary of Defense Employer Support Freedom Award. Humana's commitment today enhances Kentucky's relationship and economic ties in a way that strengthen our Commonwealth and grow our economy, and will benefit us for years to come. While we can never repay our veterans' sacrifice, this commitment helps provide much-deserved opportunities for our servicemen and women after they have given so much for us. Thank you to every military member and their household for your commitment and sacrifice to our great country. Thank you so much for your service. Each of you are invaluable members of Team Kentucky. And through commitments like those announced today by Humana, we are continuing to build a brighter, better Kentucky, one that works for every single one of us. Thank you, and God bless our Commonwealth, and God bless our country. I'm now going to turn it over to Keith Jackson, who is our Commissioner of the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs. Keith?
All right, good morning. Thank you, Governor Beshear, for those kind and great words. And good morning to all of you, my fellow Kentuckians. And thank you for the opportunity to speak on behalf of this initiative in hiring and keeping talented veterans and spouses, and more importantly, their families in Kentucky. I'm presently at Fort Knox, signing a PACE program that is connecting the United States Army Reserve, United States Army Recruiting Command and the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs through a partnership that allows recruited soldiers to enter the military, and once they graduate or retire or join the service, they can come back to Kentucky and get jobs. This initiative with Humana, USAREC, and the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs is a great opportunity for the state to not only keep Kentuckians in Kentucky, but offer them good paying jobs, which enhances our workforce and our economy. This is a great opportunity for the KDVA, which is the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs, to reach out to my fellow veterans and offer them opportunities to stay within the Commonwealth, which was one of the tasks that Governor Beshear gave me when he appointed me to this position. He wanted me to expand the footprint. He wanted me to ensure that veterans were afforded opportunities to take advantage of all that the Commonwealth offered to them, from work to health and insurance. And all those things that are the things that they have earned throughout their service to this nation and this country and to the Commonwealth of Kentucky. So we are greatly appreciative of the governor and his initiative. And one of the first things that I was approached with was Humana coming to my office in Frankfurt and discussing this program. And keeping a close hold up until today, which is a great thing, with 600 veterans and 150 spouses. And as I stated earlier, more importantly, is keeping those families in Kentucky. A great day for Kentucky, and I look forward to working with Humana, with USAREC here at Fort Knox, and all my fellow Kentuckians as we move this program forward. Thank you, and I will now pass it over to Ms. Tiffany Robinson from Humana. Have a great evening, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Jackson, for that kind introduction. Governor Beshear, thank you for the opportunity to join you today. The very nature of being a veteran means that we typically shrug off any attention and focus on ourselves and our service. Instead, most of us prefer to focus our attention toward the service of others. As I reflect on what it means to be a veteran at Humana, I'm filled with both gratitude and a sense of responsibility. In the military, each service member is part of a unit responsible for people, places, or things. We might be a crew member on a ship or an airplane, or assigned to a platoon or a squadron that has a higher mission, something that's bigger than ourselves. When I came to Humana almost 2 years ago, I recognized it was different from the military, of course, but in important ways, it's also very similar. As a Humana employee, I'm responsible for the care of each and every one of our members and stakeholders that my work impacts. As a member and co-president of our Salute Network Resource Group, or NRG, my colleagues and I support our community of veterans, military members, family, and allies. We have over 2,000 members in our Humana Salute NRG. Half are veterans or military spouses, and half are associates who joined as allies. They or their spouse didn't serve, and they want to support our work. Our members tracked over 28,000 community volunteer hours in 2019 to fulfill our mission to honor and serve our military, veterans, and their families by championing resources within the communities we all serve across our country. Through our Pathfinder program, we work to create a positive transition experience from military to corporate career, pairing experienced veterans and military spouses with new hires to help them with their cultural, professional, and personal adjustment. Veterans Day is a day to acknowledge those of us who have sworn to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America and have willingly sacrificed for our country and our communities. That same sense of service is what led me to Humana and the Salute NRG. I'm proud to be part of this company. The personal stories of the people that we serve are what helps me know that we are making a difference. My active military service has passed, but I continue to serve as part of the Humana family. I'm grateful to work for a company that values honesty, integrity, and service. I can continue to grow professionally and invest the leadership skills and persistence that I built while serving in the United States Air Force. On behalf of the Salute Network Resource Group and our members and allies, I thank you for your service and the opportunity to speak with you today. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Alan Wheatley, who is our Humana Retail Segment President. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Tiffany. We are working to get Alan set up. In COVID, we sometimes have some connectivity issues, but I know how proud he is of this initiative, something that he spearheaded, and we want to make sure that we get Humana's full comments on what is an incredible and amazing announcement today. Leading into Veterans Day, this is the type of news that we need. And oftentimes we discuss or talk about our gratitude, but this is a Kentucky company putting it into action, not just expressing our values, but truly living them. And for that, we are very excited. This is just, again, one of many different initiatives that Humana right now is pursuing. They have been a great partner in the midst of this pandemic. So we're going to wait just a few minutes more to make sure we can hear from Alan, and then we will take a couple questions, and then we'll see you back at 4.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Good. Sorry, we've had some technical challenges. We'll get right down to it. Good afternoon, Governor Beshear and esteemed guests of the Commonwealth. Thank you for inviting me today. on this, the eve of Veterans Day. I would like to thank those men and women who have sacrificed so much to protect our country. Our culture of service excellence at Humana positions us well to serve the men and women who serve and protect our country. We are proud to provide this support in a variety of ways. One, through the healthcare coverage of our Humana Honor Medicare Advantage plans. Through the physical and mental health support via our strategic partnership with the Disabled American Veterans. Also, through the support of our 147,000 TRICARE members in the state of Kentucky. And then finally, through employment opportunities, where in Kentucky alone, we employ 523 veterans and 189 military spouses. We know and understand the unique healthcare needs, issues, and concerns of veterans because we care for veterans' healthcare needs and we employ veterans. We also know the unique hurdles they face that can impede them from finding work in a civilian job market. For those reasons and others, we launched the Veterans Hiring Initiative in 2011 to provide employment and development opportunities to veterans and their spouses. Since that time, we've been fortunate enough to hire over 5,000 members of the military community whose professionalism and skills place them among the most outstanding associates working for Humana today. We commend Governor Beshear's initiatives to encourage the hiring of veterans across the Commonwealth and have stepped up and made our own commitment to hire an additional 600 veterans and 150 military spouses in Kentucky over the next 4 years. These individuals offer critical skills for our business and help deliver better care to the millions of customers that look to us for healthcare support and guidance. Once we hire veterans or their spouses, we benefit from their specialized capabilities and help them develop their talents for future opportunities. We also help them move into a civilian environment by providing a support system. One such support system is our employee, veteran, and spouses network resource groups, which we refer to as Salute. Salute serves as a first-line resource for our veteran and military associates, connecting them to the mentoring, community outreach, care development, inclusion, and diversity programs available at Humana. These groups are a critical element to workplace satisfaction and engagement among our associates. With me today is our Salute President, Tiffany Robinson. Tiffany is a key leader in Humana's Medicare organization, supporting development of new products. Also, Tiffany is a retired U.S. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel, and she works closely with our former president, David Best, who is a talent management lead at Humana and is the point person for all veteran hiring. David and Tiffany champion our veteran hiring initiatives and connect Salute members to the business partners and community networks available to them. It's because of Humana's recruiting and retention efforts in service to the thousands of veterans that we were recently named #1 military-friendly employer by GI Jobs magazine. Every day, we're making great strides with our National Veteran Hiring Initiative, creating satisfying and rewarding career opportunities for American veterans and military spouses. We're excited about what our enhanced hiring commitment with the state will mean for the citizens of Kentucky and for the members we serve. Thank you very much, and I'll turn things back.
Thank you to Alan. I know he had to push through some adversity to connect, but that's what Humana does. In an ever-changing market, they face new challenges almost daily, and they find positive solutions. So, Alan, we greatly appreciate your role in this entire initiative. And again, this is some really great news today. We got a couple of journalists on the line that may have a question or two. I'll start with Zach Owens from Spectrum News. And then if you could just identify who your question is going to, we can try to connect you to the right individual. I will wait just a second to see if Zach is connected. Next, we'll go to Tom Latek.
Okay, thank you, Governor.
There you go.
My question, I guess, would be for Colonel Robinson, and that is, what type of jobs will these veterans and their spouses be going for, and what kind of pay scale are we looking at?
That's a great question, and I know Alan may want to chime in on that as well. The best thing I can say is for folks to go to Humana Careers online and look. We have jobs ranging from information technology to health behavior. Public health jobs abound in the work that we do. We have a lot of manager positions and roles, Medicare and Medicaid. I think that the salary ranges vary all the way from folks working in our customer service with the front line with our folks to director and manager level positions. But Alan may want to chime in on that as well, because that's a little bit more in his wheelhouse. If he's able, he may not be able.
Alan, we have you on to respond to that last question. All right, so now he can hear me. We'll go to Alan for a follow-up on that question. Well, we appreciate that, Tom. Hopefully that got the answer to your question. If you need more, we will get it to you. I think the issue with technology today is I finally wore a tie after about 8 months and jinxed the whole thing. Do we have Zach on? Okay. Tom, do you have an additional question?
Sure. And this one, again, is for the Humana people. How many employees does Humana now have, I guess would be worldwide at this point, and how many in Kentucky?
To that, I can answer that question. We have about 50,000 employees US-wide. We are a US-based company. There are about 12,000 employees that are based in Louisville and a few other 100 throughout the state of Kentucky, but the bulk of us are here in Louisville, about 12,000 people.
It's always a good day when we can talk about 12,000 plus employees from a company right here in the Commonwealth. So we'll wrap up, but great news from a great company. This is what we talk about when we talk about Team Kentucky. Everybody coming together to do the right thing here, honoring our veterans, not just with talk, but with action and with jobs. And looking at jobs of the future, which is exactly what Humana offers. Now, again, we're in a dark time with COVID. We have some potentially good news on the horizon with a vaccine. But what we're hearing today is the hard work and the planning on how we have a much brighter future. Again, thank you to Humana today. So many new jobs that are going to be there for veterans and their spouses. Team Kentucky and Humana living up to our values, showing our appreciation and acting on it. So as we move into tomorrow, this is going to be a happy Veterans Day here in Kentucky because of this news. But let's also remember that the day is also solemn. And please thank the veterans around you as you see them, not just tomorrow, but every day. Thank you very much.